There's nothing working today.
Cypher_orange just subscribed with Prime.
Hello, Cypher. Welcome in. Thank you very much for being subscribed for 57 months. Please do bear with me. Not only is Chibi not working today because they can't call home, but apparently the OBS Twitch chat plugin has decided it doesn't want to work either. When it was working whilst I was setting up, everything is just sort of broken right now. Oh, apparently it can do sub goals, it just can't display chat. Great. Love that. Let me try closing it. Did that work? There we go. Hello, Cyborg. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well as well. Apologies for not greeting you sooner. I could not see that you were here, and Chibi isn't here to tell me that you were here. Oh, it's going to be an interesting one today. No, it's not going to work, Cypher. Chibi's not here. Chibi's got the day off. Basically, I was going to go live 45 minutes ago. Actually, closer to an hour ago at this point. And couldn't get Chibi to open up. I'd got things I needed to do camera-wise first anyway. So I just got on with those and was like, maybe Chibi's just taking a little bit of extra time to wake up this morning. I know I certainly did. Me and the dogs didn't get off the couch until what's the word? Till like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is really late for us. But that's because we slept on the couch instead of going to bed. But yeah, I thought maybe Chibi was just taking a while to boot up. But they hadn't booted up by the time I'd finished setting everything up, and I kept clicking and nothing was happening, nothing in Task Manager. So I googled for a little bit, and it turns out the StreamerBot website went down yesterday and came back up briefly and has gone back down again this morning. But StreamerBot, the application, needs to call home to check for updates when it boots up, and because it can't call home because the website's down, it can't boot. So it appears in my task manager for approximately like 0.3 of a second, and then vanishes because it can't do the thing it needs to do to be able to boot. But as a result, we don't have any of the sound commands, we don't have any of the welcome sounds, we don't have any of the subscriber alerts, and the jukebox is broken. Chibi takes one holiday and everything goes to pot. And I thought, I considered just not streaming. But then I went, you know what, I had to cancel my return to hobby happy hour because of the fucking weather. I am not gonna let the website going down and Chibi-tan not being available as a result stop me from streaming today. So we're just gonna have a really pared down stream. It's gonna be a lot more akin to my first year of streaming, or my first 6 months of streaming at the very least, because I brought in a stream bot very quickly. I just really wanted to actually do a stream. I've missed streaming. Hello, Torpor. Welcome in, and thank you. I'm very excited about Journal Day. The other problem is I now don't have any indication of when the ad breaks have completed because I don't have Chibi telling me that ads are due to start, or that they finished. Anything like that. It's gonna be really weird. Hey Olive, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. And I hope you had a good stream yesterday. Yours completed. Ah, okay. That's a good indicator that we've gotten through the initial roll of ads then, which means I can do the thing. Thank you, Olive. So, journal day. Oh shit! I had to green screen my camera so that it wouldn't mess up the rest of the setup, but I forgot. I'm using a green pen. And it just so happens to be the exact same green that I've chroma keyed out for the edges of the camera. So it's a ghost pen. Hey Pudlord, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. That's gonna really distract me, so I'm just gonna swap it out for a pen that shouldn't be affected by the chroma key. They are my two favourite pens. I'm such a saddo. One of them's for Red Hat and the other one's for SAS. All of my favourite pens have come from conferences. So, what I'm going to do before we get into actually doing the journaling is I'm going to talk you through what we've got here and what I've done already, so that you've got a kind of feel for what we're going for. Also, I am going to show you, I don't know, you can't really see it. I've got here some washi paper. And what I'm going to do at some point during this stream is show you all how I made these little washi paper envelopes by reverse engineering one that I received ages and ages ago with some stickers in it. Because I thought that would be a fun thing to show you all how to do. Because you never know when you're going to need a little paper envelope. And you don't have to use washi paper to make them. I just really like the texture of the washi paper for my journals. So, oh cool. Well, I hope you enjoy your pint and your Delta Green game. We're not going to be going for that long, I don't think. It normally takes me an hour-ish to do my journaling. Probably take more like 2 today. Because of the extra stuff. So, you can see I've actually got, as much as this says Journal 01 on it, I actually have 2 journals on the table. So let me take you through this one first. This is the important one for starting off. I'm just going to pop my actual journal out of the way. Please excuse the state of my desk. You can tell that I do my base coating here, because there's little round grey marks. So, this is not my junk journal. This is my commonplace book. So what I do during the week, and I've only just started doing this, so it's going to look a little sparse. But what I do during the week is I just write down anything that sticks in my mind. And then I write a notation in my index. Indexes were always in the back as far as I was concerned, but apparently you put them in the front in a commonplace book, so that's what I've done. I put a notation in my index to say what that page is all about. So page 1 is quotes about self-expression, and you can see that I've got a bunch of different quotes here and where the quote came from, so that if I ever want to refer back to the content that produced that quote, I can quite easily. All of this has come out of YouTube videos, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, all of this has come out of YouTube videos because I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos this week. But there was some really interesting stuff there that I really wanted to make sure I committed to memory. And my memory's bad. I learned through one of the YouTube videos that I've been watching this week that your memory starts to deteriorate when you hit your early 20s. There has to be a Mr. Matt quote, right? Surprisingly enough, no, there are no Mr. Matt quotes on this page, but there is stuff in my commonplace book that has been directly influenced by Mr. Matt. We'll get onto that in a moment. So yeah, I've got my quotes about self-expression. And these were, I put these in mostly to just give me some reminders about why I wanted to start journaling again. Because I used to do this a long, long time ago. But when I did it before, I just realized I've been chatting away and I paused my music and then haven't unpaused it. I'm terrible at this. Professional streamer, everybody. There we go. So no jukebox because Chibi's not here, but I've just put on my like instrumental synth playlist because I figured that'd be nice for us to have in the background. So the last time I did junk journaling, I was really wrapped up in it being like perfect. Every single line had to be perfectly straight. Every single box had to be the same size as the one next to it. There couldn't be any overlap. There couldn't be any mess. It had to be pristine. And it's like, why bother making a journal if you are going to just do something that you could buy? A junk journal should be an expression of yourself. It should be an expression of your identity, your creativity. Ah, yes, junk, the most orderly of things. Exactly, Pudlord. But I'm a good 10 years on from that point in my life right now. And I got the itch to start journaling again and decided, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I bought some bits and bobs so that I could journal in the way that I wanted to and cracked on with it. My mum very kindly bought me a little like journaling starter kit as well, which is where this came from. And this is a lovely little book. It's perfect sort of size to have in your bag or in your pocket, so you can just pop it out when you need to and get whatever's in your head out onto the paper. Hello, Eggy. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. So yeah, I put all of these quotes about self-expression. Some of them are actually specifically about junk journaling as well on this page to remind me that this isn't supposed to be clean. It's not supposed to be tidy. It's supposed to be an expression of me. And I am not a pristine person. I am not orderly. We all know that. We've seen my paint station. We know how much of a mess my paint station is. My brain is a mess. I have ADHD. Of course my brain is a mess. So why would I expect my art, because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's very personal, but it's still art. Why would I expect my art to be anything different from me? It's an expression of me. It's an extension of me. But because I still have that perfectionism trait and I can't really get rid of it, what I decided to do was use my commonplace book as like the initial filter. So everything goes into the commonplace book, and it doesn't matter if it's scratchy, it doesn't matter if it's difficult to read, it doesn't matter if it's spelt wrong. All that matters is I got the thought down on paper. And then what we're going to be doing in a little bit after I've talked through everything and shown you what's already in my junk journal, I'm going to transpose some of the things that I've written in my commonplace book this week into my junk journal as part of what I'm calling a weekly check-in. Now, I don't know if I will stream every week's weekly check-in. I figured I'd do this one because it's the first weekly check-in I've ever done. There's lots for us to talk about, and I could talk you through the process of getting to where I am now with it. But if there's nothing big and interesting to share, I might not bother in future. If it's, just an ordinary week, I might not bother. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Yeah. So that's the first page. Then here, I don't even need to look at my index to know what this is. This is the media that I have completed this week. So it's games, TV series, movies, YouTube playlists, anything like that goes on this page. And then the plan is that when I put it into my junk journal, I write a little bit about how it made me feel or what it made me think, or, give it a little rating, that kind of thing. Then on this page, I've got what I'm calling my little good deeds. So this is things that have helped somebody else in some way. Not necessarily a benefit to me, but I did them and I feel good about it. And I want to try and recognize myself for doing those little acts of kindness more, because I think I can be really hard on myself sometimes. And I have a habit of downplaying the work that I do and the things that I do. Sort of, nothing I ever do is good enough for myself. So to help me come out of that mindset, what I've started to do is just write down the little things that I do that do have an impact on other people. And then on the next page over, we've got the things that I've done that have a positive impact for me, even if they're only small things. Like, there's things in here, like I cancelled my Xbox Live subscription this week, which is something I should have done fucking months ago, but it's one of those, I'll get to it, and then I never get to it. So I got to it, I wrote it down, I got the little serotonin kick from writing it down. I tidied my paint station so that I could do this stream. I actually tidied it several days ago because I was going to do a painting stream, but that's by the by. So little things like that. I learned how to make iced tea this week. Little things that have a big impact on me, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time, they are going to have a big impact in the long run. Then this page, we've got media that I want to investigate. I've described it as, but this is like book recommendations, film recommendations, etc. Anything where I'm like, I should go read that. I should go look at that. I should watch that. That all goes on this page. They probably won't go into the junk journal this week, or one or two of them might, and it'll be these are the ones I'm going to watch this week, so that I don't end up with a massive backlog. It's always sort of the same sort of size. Then I made this page specially because I'd been talking to Garlips about different iced tea flavors I wanted to try, and I was like, I should write these down so I don't forget. So this is just a page for iced tea experiments. The one I'm most excited about in the list at the moment is you can get a lemon and raspberry cordial, and I think that would pair really nice with mint tea. So I really want to try that and see if it's actually really nice, like I think it will be, or if it's acrid. We'll see. But I'm sure we may even make a page in the junk journal today. Maybe not. Maybe I'll save it for another week when I've actually got the resources to make some of these flavors up. But I might make a page in my junk journal for reviewing the different flavors of iced tea that I make. I think that could be quite fun. Then this is a new page that I put in this morning. This is projects that I want to do, and the top one is one that I will absolutely be doing on stream at some point, because I think this is a fun one for us all to do. And heck, it could even be like a community project we do. And that is a deck of many hobbies. So there's been, for want of a better description, I hate using this word for stuff like this, a trend going around online of people using prompt cards to push them out of their comfort zone when they're making their art. And funnily enough, there's another one on here, a prompt zine, which is the same idea, but using a zine instead of cards. But yeah, what you do is you get a deck of cards and you customize them with paper and stickers and lettering and stuff like that to make them into prompt cards. And they could say things like, draw something scary, or paint something brand new, or it could be as simple as, if you're a wargamer, paint a goblin. Hello, Hans. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. But what a lot of hobbying communities, I found this through a wargamer, so a Warhammer painter. What a lot of hobbying communities are doing at the minute is they are building these massive deck of many things style prompt decks for the hobbies that are their community hobbies. So for us, it could be any number of things, seeing as we have so many of them within the Retro Raccoon community. It could be mini painting, it could be drawing, it could be pixel art, it could be a combination of the whole lot, which is kind of what I'm tempted to do. I think I might buy 2 packs of cards so that I've got enough leeway to cover off all of the hobbies that I have that are creative hobbies. I think that could be a really fun way to push me out my comfort zone, get me doing more interesting things, and encourage me to be a little bit more active in my creative hobbies as well. So I think that'd be really fun to do. So yeah, this is just projects that I would like to either start or continue, and just getting them down on paper so that they don't get forgotten about. And then we've got on this page, I'm going to ignore this page for now because it's going to become relevant in a moment. On this page, we have journaling inspiration. So at the moment, it's pretty much, it's all YouTube videos that have good ideas for ways to set up pages, or just to get yourself in that creative headspace for journaling in the first place, or recommending sticker books and things like that you can pick up. So I've got all those there, so I can refer back to them in future if I need to, for the names of specific products or for any particular layout ideas. And then we've got this page. So this is the page that's going to be most important today. I'm just checking it's actually visible for you all, because I know the light might be hitting it funny. So this is the idea I had for what my weekly check-ins are going to look like in my actual journal. So say which month it's for, the start date and end date, and then the year as the heading. And then we've got a little section for wins and deeds, a mini review of how the week went. So that could be, I had lots of good things happen this week. There were a couple of bad things, but overall it was good. Maybe give it a rating or whatever. These are some things that I want to do better next week, or these are some things I want to focus on next week, that kind of thing. Then space for reviews of any media that I've consumed over the course of the week, and any other bits and bobs. And then the second page would either be entirely for the plan for next week, or mostly for the plan for next week. So like 2/3 of it be for the plan for next week. And then for that, I'll have the goals, like things that I want to focus on for the week, any events that I've got coming up. So any struggle R races that are happening next week would go in that list. And then something that I've cribbed from work is stop, start, keep, more, and appreciation. So that's literally things I want to stop doing when it comes to both my life and my journaling, things I want to start doing in both of them, things I want to keep doing that I'm already doing, things I want to do more of that I'm already doing. And appreciation is when we're doing it at work, we're giving kudos to other people. But for this, it would be me saying, like actually just being appreciative of the people in my life and what they've helped me achieve for the week. But not saying it to them, just like writing it down so I've got the note that this is a thing that I was thinking about that week. So that's the plan. And that's my commonplace book. This is going to get padded out very quickly, I'm sure, as I come across things and just want to add more things to it. But for the first week, there's already quite a fair bit of stuff in there. Receipts of appreciation, absolutely. So, now that you've seen my commonplace book and you've got an idea of where I'm planning on going with stuff, I'm going to show you my journal. So, this is journal 1. Originally, it was going to be July's journal, and then I realized I probably wasn't going to fill the entire thing over the course of a single month. So, it's just journal 01. And once I've filled it, I will put the like the months that it is for underneath that. And this will be kept in my memory box as something that I can refer back to in future if I want to. It is just a plain, like, brown card dot grid journal, which I have put letter paper on the outside of with blue to make it nice and pretty. And then I've put washi tape along the spine to keep the two pieces of journal paper, letter paper together, so that it doesn't have like the spine of the journal just exposed there. And then I've used a stencil that I've got to do the lettering on the front. If you open it up, I put this little piece of Japanese letter paper that I'd had in storage for ages in the front, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with it yet. I may just leave it there and then fill it out at the end once the book's full. Just to say what's in this specific journal to make it a bit easier for me to quickly refer back to it. You can see that I've actually already got some tabs in here as well. They're so that when I'm still filling the journal out, when I'm like right at the end, I can quickly flip back to like my July plan or my that's my physical media wish list. We'll get onto that in a minute. This page, again, no fucking clue what to do with it. I know what I want to do with this page in future journals, but for this one, I can't do that, because what I would want to do with this page in future journals is what went well in the last journal, what didn't go well, how could I potentially improve that, so that I've got those thoughts down, ready for the new journal. Then we'll just mosey on over. So this is like my month calendar on a page. Let me get it as in shot as I can for you. And this is like the first hint of me getting myself out of that everything needs to be perfectly aligned and pristine mindset. Because what I did here was I got a bunch of washi paper stickers. Let me fish out one of my sticker books and I'll show you what they look like. Where have I put them? Ah, here's one. Okay. So these little washi paper sticker books. Let me get it closer to the camera if I can without it going fuzzy. No, it goes fuzzy. But yeah, so they're just little scenes with a color theme. It's not always scenery. It could be like objects, or yeah, some of them are just full of pictures of the sky, which is kind of neat. There's a couple that are like Instagram posts and stuff like that. Or where's that one gone? Wanted to show you that one. It's disappeared. Ah, here. There's some that are like you're taking the picture on your camera phone. Or that are like Polaroid shots. So there's lots of fun, neat little things in there. But what I did was I took a bunch of these out of my purple sticker book, because I've got a bunch of different colours of these. And I trimmed bits off. So you can see a couple of them here, look. These were out of my purple washi paper book. But they were too big for what I wanted. All of these bars up here are also a washi paper sticker that I've trimmed down to fit inside the little boxes at the top. So all the offcuts, all the leftover bits, I cut them down into smaller pieces and then made this little collage of different purples. It's purple because my mum picked the color theme for this month. What I'm doing is every month I'm going to have a different color as my theme. I may actually let the community pick which color I have for August. If folks are invested in what I'm doing with these. Yeah. So did my little collage, wrote the month and the year. Obviously I've done this as straight and evenly as possible, just so that I've got equal amounts of space for writing things into the calendar. What I haven't done yet is put all the Struggle R races that I'm commentating in this one. But that's because the little marker stickers that I have for my races haven't arrived yet. So I'm gonna, once they get here, I'm just gonna fill up this journal with all of the Struggle R races. And then over on this side, I've got little stickers to give me some like color theme inspiration. So there's this lovely field of lavender here. There's this really cute little Halloween cat room from a sticker book that my mum gave me. I am not taking part in the paint race today, Olive. I was going to originally, but basically I was really struggling with my arthritis, and had not long had a letter from my GP that basically said, oh yeah, you've kind of slipped through the cracks with your specialist. So I've had to re-refer you, and the wait time is between 18 months and 4 years, depending on how serious they think your case is. And I was in so much pain. I was so exhausted. I was barely functioning at work. I wasn't functioning at home. And it was all my energy, all my power just to keep my head above water. So all of the races that I'd signed up for, with the exception of Power Wash Sim, I stepped away from because I didn't want to put everybody in a position where I was backing out last minute because I was too exhausted to race. Unfortunately, because I hit such a critical point, and kind of did the whole straw that broke the camel's back thing, I ended up contacting my GP back and saying, I can't live like this for 4 fucking years. You need to do something. And they did. They gave me a steroid injection, and I feel a lot better now. So I probably could have participated in at least some of the races that I'd originally signed up for. But I wasn't messing people about. So instead of saying, actually, I want to race in these again now, I put my hand up and said to Garlips, if you need a commentator for any race this season, and it's on a day when I'm available, at a time when I'm available, you tell me, and I will be there. Which is why I'm commentating 8 different races during this season. Because I may not have been feeling well enough to race, but even when I'm in pain, I can chat shit with the best of them. I am really looking forward to the paint race tonight, though, and that is why I will not be streaming tonight. Also, D-Mac's running in that race, and that means he can't be at the Retro Raccoon for Late Night Lounge, so it would just be me on my own. And why would I do that when I can stream during the day with you all and do the journaling and go and support my bestie in his paint race tonight? Just makes more sense to me. Yay, we get to hear lots of Tan, which is a blessing for some and a curse for others, I can assure you. So yeah, we've got the colour inspiration over here. But as well as it being colour inspiration, I decided to use these 2 pieces here because washi paper's really easy to write on. I decided to use these 2 pieces here to put down some of my goals for the month. So I've got art goals. My art goals are really nebulous for July at the moment. I've got paint a miniature, finish a piece of pixel art, and journal once a week. So at the moment, the only one of those I've made any progress on is the last one, but that's okay. That's okay, Hans. We've managed to get a second camera person, so we're all set up now. I am quite excited for that. Not least of all because it was my suggestion that we have camera people for the race. So I'm really hoping it goes well. But the folks that have come in to be camera people seem really, really lovely. Yeah, and then we've got health goals, which I'm not doing great at because one of them is literally do weights and yoga every single day, and I've managed it once this week. Yeah, I know, Olive. And then I've got other goals. And the first other goal is an important one for you all. I've actually completed the second one. So the first other goal is bring back one weekday stream. So I've not been doing streams on weekdays since I started my new job for mostly arthritis reasons, which are now sort of sorted. There are other reasons why it's been difficult, because work is expecting me to be in the office 2 days a week, and that means that, I get home late and all this other stuff. But I'll figure a way around that as needs be. The second one is get a photo sticker printer, which I am intending to use this today. But look at this little friend. This is such a little cutie. My mum got this for me. As basically an early Christmas present. But yes, it's an inkless photo printer. It's a sticker printer. It almost has a face a little bit, yeah. It's a thermostatic printer. It's the kind that people use for printing postage labels and stuff like that. But this one is designed so that you can use it for printing photographs, and you will get to see the quality of that in a moment. But I really wanted one of these for journaling. I wanted something that wasn't going to cost me an arm and a leg in ink, so a little thermostatic printer was the way to go. And you can get all sorts of cool paper to print on. Like, I don't own any yet, but there's holographic paper, and there is clear paper, which prints in it like applies color where it would normally be black. But that's really cool, and I'm looking forward to getting some of those other papers and getting to use them in the journal. This is the two other colors that it came with. So it came with this really nice light purple, which you'd think I'd be using in the purple-themed journal pages, but I used the white paper because I wanted to make sure it worked first. And green, which looks basically white on stream, I think, because of the lighting I have, but it's this really nice sort of minty green. So I'm looking forward to when we get to our green color theme, whenever that ends up being. So yeah, I've got my goals for the month here. And this isn't I'm going to beat myself up if I don't meet those goals, but it's to help me sort the wheat from the chaff, as it were. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and if I focus on a couple of them each month, I might actually get them done. If I try and focus on everything all at once, I make a tiny bit of progress in everything, if I'm lucky, but I don't actually complete anything, which means things drag out for ages. So that's the plan. Trying to go a bit more macro instead of what's the word? You know what I mean. So, that's where everything started out. And then this is my first actual double page spread. So this is what I did last Sunday. Mum and I went to see My Chemical Romance last Saturday. It was really, really good. And what I normally do when I've been to a concert is I save my ticket and it goes in my memory box. Yeah, MCR, let's fucking go. It was such a good gig. We had such a good time. But what I've decided I'm going to do now that I've got my junk journal is what you see here. So I did one page where I just took some of my purple paper, ripped it the fuck up, and then because MCR's color palette is generally like black, white, and red, I took some artist's charcoal that I had and just rubbed the entire page with charcoal. I was covered in black stains on Saturday. But I rubbed the entire page with charcoal a few times until it had sufficiently darkened the purple down for my liking. And then I got some of the washi paper stickers out of my red sticker book. So we've got a red rose, we've got a red liquid, which may or may not be blood, and we've got some red satin, which all felt very MCR. More MCR than anything else that was in the book. And then some little black stickers. So I've got a little black bunny rabbit and 2 black kitties that are out of one of my big Japanese sticker books. These are so fucking fun. They've got so much weird shit in them. So let's just have a quick look through one of these. You can see where I've lifted stickers out already. Oh dear, hang on a second, folks. Welcome back, Cyborg. I also return. There is somebody with a very loud engine out front, and Nikki was getting upset at it. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. He's now sitting behind me. Actually, this is probably a better chair for you to be sitting behind me on, because you can cuddle up to me, can't you? I've got a little... I bought this ages ago with the intention of streaming a lot sooner than I have done. But I bought a little... I think it's supposed to be designed for, like, a vanity table. But it's a little stool with a cushioned seat, and you can lift the cushioned seat up and the storage. So I keep all of my, like, compression gear in the little stool. But it also swivels, so I can just turn out of my paint station without loads of issues, and I can have it at just the right height so I can paint comfortably, which is really nice. So anyway, yeah. These little books of nostalgic Japanese esoterica are fantastic. There's so much weird shit in here. There's a bunch of speech bubbles as well. I would love to practice my Japanese on, but some of them are a bit beyond me at the moment. And I'm not going to use any of them until I know what they say. But yeah, there's loads of fun stuff in here, like beach balls and stuff like this. Like, I'm thinking at some point I'm probably going to end up doing a page about the Amazing Digital Circus RP that I'm working on. And if I do... shit like the beach ball and the cat jumping out of a box is absolutely going on that page. Just any kind of weird madcap shit is going on that page for sure, if it's still in the book and I haven't used it already. But yeah, there's so much fun stuff in here, like all these little bottles of ramen as well. So much good stuff. Some of it, I look at it and go, I'm no idea how I'm ever going to find a use for that specific sticker, but I'm sure I will. Yeah. So some of the like Japanese esoterica stickers dotted about, including this one, and you can probably see there's little things written down as well. So what I've done is basically any specific things I want to remember from the gig, I've written down like quotations or specific comments to remind me of those things. Like, this is my favorite one down here. It says technical difficulties bagpiper, because at the very start of MCR's set, I don't know what happened, the power went out or something, but only on the stage. So all the lights went out, the screens went off, the speakers all just sort of fucking cacked it. And whilst they were troubleshooting, a bagpiper came out onto the stage and was just piping his fucking heart out, and the audience loved it. So he kept everyone entertained while they were doing the troubleshooting, and then he came back out when he was supposed to for the actual show. But that's something I would like to remember because it's a fun memory from the gig. And then we've got some examples of what that little photo printer can do. So I've got this little like plastic thing with a frame on it, nice little border, that came with one of my sticker collections. And then underneath it, I've got a little printed version of the poster specifically for the venue that we were at, and a photograph of me and my mum at the gig. And then in this little pocket, and we'll get to the pockets in a bit, I printed out a copy of the digital ticket because tickets are fucking virtual now. I stuck it to an old train ticket and then cut that out so that it's nice and physical and something that's tactile. I've got our wristbands from the shuttle bus that took us to the event from the train station. I've got our train tickets for the train home because we get to keep those because my local station doesn't have a turnstile to get in and out of it because it's so small. And then I printed out this little card. Now, on the day, a bunch of people were given this, I think it was A4, piece of plasticky paper that was red on one side and black on the other, and said yay and nay. And halfway through the show, they held like a mock election where they got the audience to hold up yay and nay for the candidates. And Mum and I didn't get handed one of those, unfortunately. So I printed off a little one to keep in my little pocket. Put those... No, let's not put those back there, because they weren't back there before. They were here. Now I've just got to get everything back where it was. So I had a lot to do last weekend because Mum was visiting. So we had the concert and we watched a bunch of horror movies together. So our next page is a double page spread of movies I watched with my mum. And I had so much fun putting this together while Mum was asleep the next day. So we watched Nope. And what I've done is, because this was special because I was watching them with my mum, I've put the name of the movie that I watched, or that we watched, a couple of notes that we both had about the film, and then I've done a little collage of like key themes for the film. So we watched Nope, we watched Lord of Misrule, we watched My Best Friend's Exorcism, we watched Ethel and Ernest, and we watched The Black Phone 1 and 2. One of these things is not like the others, because one of these things is fucking heartbreaking. Such a great film, but it made me cry, and I am not ashamed to admit that. So yeah, I just sort of rooted through all of my sticker books and fished out things that, to me, felt like they evoked memories or the aesthetic of the film. Like, a really good example here, Ethel and Ernest. it all starts with him taking her to the pictures. So I put little cinema tickets. Yeah. So I'm not going to go into that much detail when I'm doing my own like mini media reviews, but it was really fun to do for this, just because it was special that I was watching these films with my mum and that we talk a lot about the films when we're watching them and after we watch them. So it was nice to get that all down on paper. And then I've got my physical media wish list, which is literally just things that I want to own physically, because if you can, you should buy physical media. You don't own anything that you purchase virtually, as Sony have proven recently, arseholes. So the only way to make sure that you get to constantly and continually enjoy the things that you love and that you have paid for is if you pay for physical copies. Which is a fucking shitty place to be in, but it's where we are, so we just gotta work for it. Well, now I know what to get you for Christmas. Yes, I suppose so. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I need a double page spread for my weekly check-in, so I'm gonna have to leave this page blank for something else. That's very exciting. That might be where I put my iced tea reviews. Okay. So we'll do our weekly check-in from here, but we have got a break coming up in 8 minutes. So instead of getting straight on with the weekly check-in, I am gonna show you how I make these little washi paper pockets. So as you will have seen from the MCR page, they have 2 little pockets that you can put stuff in, which is... Nick is chewing on a chew behind me, and it really unsettled me for a moment there because he was going to town on it. Which is really useful if you've got like different sizes of things that you want to keep in your washi paper pockets, or paper pockets, I should say. So I've already made all of these ones up. I've run out of purple paper to turn into pockets because I got distracted at work the other day. But because I realized I'd done that, I brought upstairs all of my journaling gear, including all of my lovely pre-cut pieces of paper. So these were originally A4 pieces of paper. I don't know the exact sizing that I've cut them down to, but they can really be whatever size you want. You can experiment. You could make one out of just A4 paper, and that would be fine. It would just be slightly larger than would fit comfortably in my journal. So I wanted them that size. But yeah, same scale of paper will work perfectly fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our piece of paper and we're going to not quite fold it in half lengthways. What we're doing at the moment is just sort of setting up guidelines for where things are going to go and how things are going to be folded later. So how clear is that on screen? It's not very clear because I'm using dark paper. So what I'll do is I'll just... Ta-da! There you go. Now you can see roughly how much I've left there. Make sure that's nice and even. We don't want a wonky pocket. Okay. So that's our first sort of guideline. And then what we want to do here is fold this into thirds. So what I tend to do is sort of semi-fold one side and then semi-fold the other to see if they overlap. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect thirds. Actually, it looks a little bit nicer if you've got that little bit of overlap on the underside. So I'm quite happy with that. Just get that guideline in. Then doing something called the Tuco process, where I'm breaking apart various franchises into component pieces to create a custom story with what I want from the other stories. Oh, that's fascinating. What franchises are you using for that? I think that's right. Oh, it's a little too far. Looks like I actually inadvertently made this perfect thirds. Oopsie. Okay, so that's that bit done. There we go. So we unfold that, so we've got our guidelines there. And then we take these corners and we fold them down, but we don't go all the way to the line. We go a little bit out from the line. Doesn't really matter how much that little bit is. You can go as close to the line as you really feel comfortable doing, but I go... There's the line. I go there. And the reason I do that is because I'm going to tape these down. Not right now. You'll see why in a minute. But that gives me that little bit of leeway for the tape to stick without it getting folded. I'm going to do the same on this side. Okay. And then we unfold those and unfold this, which may seem a little strange, but hopefully you'll understand why shortly. So then we fold this back down. And I'm going to use my magic tape, which you can't see. Magic tape. There we go. For this. I think it's called magic tape because it's supposed to be invisible once you stick it down. It's not perfectly invisible, but it doesn't need to be. So we just put a little bit of tape there. And try and keep that as flat as possible so you've not got any puckering, because that's going to affect how the pocket sits. Using American sci-fi stories, Star Trek, Star Wars, Babylon 5, Stargate, Mass Effect, Halo, BSG, Farscape, Firefly, and The Expanse. Holy shit. That sounds like it's going to make something that would be right up Slow's alley, because they are, pretty much all of them, are some of his favourite pieces of media. He's really into his sci-fi, so... She glued 2 sheets of washi paper together. It has a similar feel to American money. Ah, yeah, didn't somebody operate a forgery ring doing that? Till they got caught. I don't think this is quite straight. There we go. It wasn't. So we do the same with this side. Now, the one that I reverse engineered the pattern from didn't stick these bits down, but I like to so that they don't get like flappy when you put the entire thing together. So then we fold this back up and we fold these over. And again, we can tape these. What is forgery if not illegal hobbycraft? Exactly. Go. Do the same over here. Ah! Hi, Nick. Nick is licking the back of my foot. That was a surprise. Oops. Okay. So that's all of the little tabs flattened down. Now what we need to do, and we're going to do it on this side because this paper, it's textured on the underside and smooth on the top side. And I found that it works better if you do it on the smooth side. This is a glue roller. You can get these super cheap online. And we're just going to glue roller along the edge. A little bit on the inside as well. One of the things I really love about the magic tape is that it does just take anything, like pen, stuff like that. It will just take it. It won't spit it out. There we go. So we've got pretty much all of our paper pocket done now. All that's left to do is we're going to do this bit with tape just because it's easier. I say it's easier. It's really fucking not. Because getting it nice and tidy is hard. So we just make sure that we're nice and aligned along the bottom there. And then we fold the tape over. And the reason we're using tape for this bit is because you're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter. And then we use glue roller for this last bit. We can go all the way to the end of the tape without it being a problem. That didn't feel right. And just very carefully fold that into place. And boom! Washi paper pocket. For the storage of tickets, trinkets, and other such ephemera in your junk journals. Easy peasy. And like I said, you can use any paper you want to make these. Like you could use wrapping paper if you wanted. Probably be better with double-sided wrapping paper because otherwise you're going to have like this bit would be white. Actually, that would be the only bit that would be white. So if you're okay with that, that would be fine. But yeah, you could use wrapping paper. You could use washi paper. You could use normal like printer paper. You could use card, but it would be a little trickier with card because there's more resistance there. Basically any kind of paper is perfectly fine for this as long as you're aware of the limitations of the specific paper. But yeah. So I don't have anything to put in a washi paper pocket this week. I will do next week, but I don't this week. I only know about it from a guy using forgery techniques to make his Temu Grail diary look like an actual prop. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah. So that's washi paper pockets. I promised you I would show you how I made them. Now you know. We are going to go for a quick break now. So now is a fantastic time, everybody, to grab a drink, grab a snack, have a stretch, get your sticker books. And after the break, we will do some journaling. Right? See you in 3. Rude. What the? So why? No. No. Oh my god, this is weird. All my timings are off. You fiend! You scoundrel! Oh, I think it's going back to normal. Is it? No. No, it's not.
That's fine. Just pick the one you'd most want to boink.
Okay. Tidders, get ready with a poll, I think. I think that's how this is going to end up going.
They ruined my life. There will be no boink.
Okay, no, I'm dead. End the stream. Oh, fuck. We'll just have a quick jog over here. Oh, too far. No. Oh, shit! I'm so sorry! Oh, I accidentally punched a gnome to death. I'm gonna give you a proper burial. In the appropriate place. I am so sorry. Oh. Let's find a nice tree to bury the bones under. So I can hide my shame. We'll put them here. I'm sorry, little gnome. Let's go for a pineapple pizza straight off the bat and see if it's that again. If it is, then holy shit, the RNG on this game is balked today. That would be really funny.
Thank you.
What the heck? That's never happened before! Did that work? Yes! Perfect.
Hey. Sorry.
For what?
Well, I don't know. Everything.
No need. Listen, I'm bored in another 15. Stay safe. Or leave. We can finish this thing together.
I can't.
You can't? Or you won't?
No, I mean, I physically can't. The house won't let
I got all of Doll Skip. Welcome back from the break, everybody. I hope you're feeling refreshed. Nick, stop it. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with Nick having unfettered access
skip, everybody.
to
I've never done
me when
that
I'm sat in
before.
this chair. We can get some water. Give me a second. There we go. Oh, technology. Absolute nightmare. So, during the break, I had a little stretch, but I also got all of my purple supplies out of my supply box, and some not purple supplies as well. Nick, stop it. So, we should start, as we mean to go on. I've got my stencils and stamps. I just took one of the stamps out of the packaging, which was silly. There was no point in me taking that stamp set out of my little folder. Got my fine liner pens.
Bort_alive just subscribed with Prime.
Hello, Bort. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I've got all of my non-standard papers and card and stuff in here. And then I've got all my papers in here, which is the one I want. And then I've got this fat beast of stickers and some sticker books as well. I'm just going to put some of these on my chair because I just don't have space on my desk for all this shit. I normally journal on the dining table. But there is a lot of space. So, see what we've got, see what we can work with. Obviously, we're sticking to the colour theme that my mum chose, because it is still July. That's a piece of rubbish that needs to go in the bin. So I've got all this purple paper. I think that's all the purple paper now. There's a tiny square purple there too. Right. That's all my purple paper. I've also got these strips of washi paper from making the purple envelopes. So we've got lots to work with in terms of our colour theme, which is good. It's going to be tricky next week because I'm going to need to use some paper that is not part of the colour theme, and I've got to figure out how to make it fit the theme. The theme isn't a requirement, it's just something that I want to do. I like the idea of having a colour theme across the month. So. First things first, I'm thinking for the heading, do something nice and simple. Actually, I might just cover most of the page in a combination of bits of what's the color that doesn't fit? So it's not strictly a color that doesn't fit. I am going to an escape room with work next week, and it's a pirate themed escape room. And I tell you, I have looked high and fucking low for some pirate themed paper that was at least mildly purple. Does not exist. So I've ordered some nice pirate themed paper that I really like, and I just need to figure out how to incorporate it in such a way that I can still like utilize the color theme on the page but have something piratey that matches the vibe of the escape room. The really frustrating thing was I was like, oh, I'll just get some piratey stickers. Searching pirate sticker book online gives you so many kiddie things, but nothing that's really, like, useful for my needs. And I was trying to do this affordably. Red and blue feel piratey, but red and blue together apparently do not, because there were some bits of paper in the book I was looking at that were red or blue, like they were tinted red or blue, but nothing tinted purple. Completely unacceptable. I suppose purple is more of a royalty type colour, so that would be why. So the mistake I made when I was doing my movies I watched with my mum pages is that I just used full squares for the collages and they took up so much space. So what I'm going to do this time is actually make my boxes a little smaller. Let me have a look at what I was thinking of doing for this page. This is going to be very experimental, and the format may change over time. Okay, I was going to do my wins and deeds first, and then my mini review. I think I'll do them the other way around. So I'll do my mini review here, and then my wins and deeds this side. Hello, Mum. How was work? Hot. Oh dear. Is it still really warm where you are? It's cooled down in Scotland, thankfully. Not sure I could have functioned if it had continued at the temperature it was at. Wasn't even that bad here in comparison to some places. So the reason I've not stuck this down yet is because what I'm thinking is that I want to see what it looks like with other paper underneath it. Because one of the things I love about washi paper, and one of the reasons I wanted to use it for my paper pockets, is that it's kind of translucent. So I think with the right kind of bits and bobs underneath it, it could be really interesting and add a lot of interesting texture. But I don't know what's going to look right, if anything, in this stack. That looks all right. Because it's different enough in tone that you can actually see it. So this one will probably look okay too. Fine, fine. I'll use the other bit to test this theory. Yeah. Okay, maybe that wasn't such a good plan. Ooh, but that could work. So I wonder, I've got this piece of paper here. I've got something that's got writing on it that I can use. I'm wondering if the writing will be visible through it. This isn't the best indicator because I'll be using a different pen for the writing, but yeah, it should be. Okay, cool. New plan. New plan. This is what it's all about. It's about playing with things. It's about experimenting with different ideas. I'm very reticent to use this pen on directly on the page because as much as they are low bleed pens, they do the thicker ones do bleed through. So we need to take some of the take some of this off first. That's roughly where I want it because I don't want it to interfere with the folding of the pages. And that should do. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because again, it's not about being perfect, it's about being crafty. That is exactly the size I wanted it at though, so I'm quite happy about that. That's done exactly what I wanted. Okay, so I write wonky, get used to it. July. We are going to include tomorrow, I think. Nah, we won't. Calendar. Calendar's the thing I need. Time is hard. 5th through 11th. we go. Gonna give it a little shake so it doesn't transfer any ink onto the page when I turn it over to glue it. See what I mean? Look, you can see it through the paper, and that's fairly thick paper. So if I'd have done that onto this, which is fairly thin paper, would it gone straight through and bled through onto the other page, which would have spoiled the page that came before it, which has nothing on it at the moment, so it's not so much of an issue, but still. Just using Pritt Stick for this. Nothing fancy. Good old family-friendly crafting glue. Okay, that's that stuck down. I need this. Yeah, that'll be fine. What I might also do is, with my next size down pen, write over it so that it's got like a drop shadow. Or I could do that with one of my metallic pens. I have options. It's very exciting. Or I could even, with one of my metallic gel pens that's got a finer point, I could outline the letters over the top to make them pop. But that's something I can work on later. Right now, we're focused on actually getting the information down. Getting our spaces set up so that we can write things in and writing things in. And if I want to go back and iterate on things later, I can. It's very rare that I will advocate for being a George Lucas about a piece of art. But in this situation, abso-heckin-lutely. By being a George Lucas about a thing, I mean just constantly going, no, I need to change this. No, I need to change this. So there's 15 million versions of it out there. Okay, so we've got our heading right there. I think for the actual page, I'm going to do maybe some collage with some of the washi paper strips. And maybe some washi stickers. Kind of don't want to use that one because I used it for the heading. But... Excuse me a second, folks. I think there's someone at the door. Well, Nick has just helped me out a lot because the thing that came through the door was for me. Ta-da! So I've got some pirate scrapbook paper and some amethyst sparkle paper, which we are absolutely going to use on this page. Let's have a look at it first, though. Nikki's just like, your purple paper's here. Your purple paper's here. Very pretty. Oh, we've got some darker ones as well. Excellent. I appreciate they probably don't look that much darker on stream because of the lighting, but they really are. I like this one. This one's very nice. This has cemented the fact that I am just going to get my gold gel pen out to do the outline on the lettering. Oh, Nikki. I know. I don't know if you folks can hear that, but he's sat behind my chair going, ooh, ooh. Trying to get Marley to play with him and she doesn't want to because she's sleepy. Oh, Nikki. And then we've got a couple of white pages at the very back, which I'm sure I can find a use for. Yeah, let's have... These are double-sided as well, which is a bit of a shame, because it means that they'd be great for my washi paper pockets, but also I'm missing out on an entire side of pretty paper because I'm going to stick it down to a book. I'm just going to tear it out. It's going to get cut down anyway. So we're going to use this one. I really like this one. This is pretty. You know what? I'm going to do something that I never would have thought of doing the last time I was a journaler. I'm not going to cut this in a square shape. I'm going to cut around the sparkles. Oh, how are you all feeling about the music, by the way? Are you okay with it? Oh, Nikki. This is the last time I let them sleep on the couch with me. He's being so moody today. And it reminds you of Stellaris' OST. I think this one is the Midnight. Yeah, this is the Midnight. Who I could actually have playing on the VOD if it wasn't for the fact that I've got other stuff in this playlist. Because the Midnight is super chill about people using their music for streams. Hey, Tabby, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. It was lovely to see you at the race last night as well. You're excited for your race debut next month? I'm gonna smooth the edges out on this because it's got a lot of sharp edges, but I'm also gonna use this piece. I'm not just gonna throw this piece away. I just don't want the pointy bits. Because of the shape of this is absolutely a Pritt stick piece as well. Like, I can't use glue tape for this. Oh! Ah. So, the neighborhood dog barking that made me jump and put a slit in this piece of paper also made Nick jump. And he started barking. Because he started barking, Miley started barking. Oh, look at the other side of it. That's nice. I might use this side of this piece. Where do I want to cut this off? It's a shame that this didn't arrive before I stuck that down. Excited and a bit nervous, but it'll be fun. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Tabby, I am not concerned about winning or losing. I am there to have a good time, and I know I will do with my teammates. Okay, if I use this piece on this side, then I get to use all of it. And I kind of want to use all of it because it's really pretty. And what I'll do is I'll trim the corners down later. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. And then I'm not going to put anything on the other bit of the dot grid this side. Other than maybe some washi paper. I could put some washi paper there. Let me see if I've got a nice muted color of washi paper that I could use underneath this to really sort of make it pop. I've got a nice blue there. Oh, I found a piece of purple washi paper that I did not cut up. Excellent. A good day. So we can have we have the washi paper underneath. And if I don't like there, because then I've got loads to use on this side too. Yeah, I think that looks nice. What do you think, chat? Let's figure out how much of the washi paper we actually need. I think I've got a piece of... Where was it? There's a piece of pink next to that one. See if I can find it again. That's a bit too pink, I think. Just gonna... Oh, I could go for a dark blue. Because that's encroaching on purple territory without being purple. Yeah, that'll look nice. Okay, so we can have the pale purple on the right-hand side and the dark blue on the left-hand side, so that we've got a little bit of variation there. I think that'll work. I don't want everything to look too samey. So, actually don't need to... Yeah, that can go there. It's like half the page. Okay. Cool. doing this so that I don't waste a bunch of the washi paper so that I've got extra to use later. Looks like I'm being a perfectionist about it, I know, but this is just so that I can conserve resources. Knocked my glue over. Just check that that works. Okay, I cut a little too much off, but that's fine because I need to leave space for the bend anyway. Yeah, be fine. If I do that. Lovely. Right then, let's get these stuck in. Oh. This side's pretty too. Gosh darn it, they're both pretty. Spent all that time looking at this side like, yeah, this is really pretty, but then this side's really, really pretty. Biggest anxiety is just voice dysphoria. That's fair. That's fair, Tabby. I mean, again, for what it's worth, I think you have a lovely voice. I find your voice very soothing when you're streaming. Oh, I don't know what to do. Do I want to use the darker side or do I want to use this side where it's like properly segmented? Because this is kind of rule of thirds and that scratches a very particular itch in my head. No, I want to use this side. I have decided I want to use this side. Just gotta make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, okay, cool. Do I want to do this with this Pritt stick or the tape? I'll do it with the Pritt stick. How far over do you go, little guy? About there. Okay. I mean, not that it really matters where I put the glue, seeing as I'm going to be gluing something to the other side of the page anyway, but... my intention is to put the glue on the paper for that rather than on the page. I'm only putting the glue on the page for the washi paper because the washi paper is a little temperamental about adhesion. Okay. Gonna make sure that I use the textured side. It's gone textured side down because I think the glue will adhere better that way. I've accidentally wasted a little bit at the top because there's no way I'm going to be able to find a use for that little strip, unfortunately. But that's okay. These things happen. Now, I think the music really fits with the whole purple theme as well. So what I might do is when we get to picking the next color theme at the end of July for August, I might get you all to, once we know what the color theme is, for the next month. Like nominate songs that are that color. If you see what I mean. So like the as Cyborg calls it, the Hobby Froggy song would probably be a green song. Because it feels green to me. Other people might feel differently, but I think that could be quite fun. Like even have the color theme extend to the music that we listen to whilst we're journaling. These wobbly bits really don't want to stick down. That's fine. They're gonna get other stuff stuck to them soon anyway. I'll probably use the glue roller for those as well. That's nice. I like that. I'm quite happy with that. Very pretty. It's all vibes, yeah, absolutely. This is the only time that vibe coding is appropriate. You know what? I know I spent all that time making the writing pretty, but I just really like this, just as it is, and kinda don't want to cut that piece off at the top. So I think as much as I've already done that, I'm just gonna have to redo it. Because I kinda want this. This is nice. Very pretty. And I like the raw edge from where I pulled it out of the book. Might actually use the dark purple here. So I think I've got enough to do that. I wonder, where is my little stack of pockets? Did I make 2 dark purple ones? No, I only made 1 dark purple one, which means there's probably another sheet of dark purple paper somewhere in my stack of washi paper. So let's see if I can find it, and if we can fill out the rest of that. It's white. See, this is the bit that takes the most time for me when it comes to journaling, because I'm just like constantly changing what I'm doing until I find what feels right. Like the MCR pages took ages for the same reason, because I was just like, okay, how do I make this purple less purple, but still purple? Okay, how do I now incorporate some red into this? And it was just constant iteration and rooting through all of the things that I had to try and identify what felt right to me. But it's kind of fun. I feel like it's almost a kind of problem solving. And problem solving is something that I really enjoy doing. So when it's low stakes like this, it's just, creative solutions to literal creative problems. It's quite nice. Mm. Okay, maybe there's only 1 dark purple page. That's a shame. Yeah. Just knocking my sticker books onto the floor as well. I'm such a klutz. Nick, shush, it was me grunting. He's so tetchy today. Okay, unfortunately, I'll have to go back to plan B. Or plan A, I should say. Sad that there was only one dark purple in there. You'd think with there being... It seems there's two of everything else. Ah, Slow's awake. That's what's up with you. He'll come and say hello to you when he's ready, Nick. Might even say hello to you lot as well. We cause more problems for you to solve. You just gotta ask. No, I'm good, thanks. Like, unless it's like art problems. Art problems are fun to solve. Real problems are not fun to solve. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. What else do I got? I've got black and like a burgundy colour. I don't think either of those is going to work either, but we'll see. I think this is too far into the red for... Yeah, no. Don't like that. Which means black's not going to look right either. Nah. Okay. Creative problem solving time. Could we use this purple? And a different purple without it looking silly. I could cut this strip down to fill in that gap. That's not enough to fill in the gap. That's a shame. Right. We're going to have to be really creative about this. What I'm going to do is... I'm going to mark the bits that are covered by the craft paper. Hope the pencil's working. As in, actually making a mark on the washi paper. No. No, it did not. Shit. Okay. Pen time. Eh. Fingers a little sticky from the glue. Deary me. There we go. Okay, that's definitely making a mark. It doesn't really matter if the pen marks are visible when this is all done as well, because I will be putting something on top of this so I can write on it. This is just making the backdrop. I'm going to cut all these pieces out and then glue this down. Eh. Oh, for goodness sake. Fine. I'll go this way then. Paper just kept trying to get itself caught between the blades of the scissors. Like it wanted me to cut more of it off. I say no. No, thank you. Not today. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. Again, I don't have to be too pristine about this because the rest of the page is going to get paper stuck to it anyway, but I want to try and avoid getting glue on my fingers if I can. Eh. Ah, bugger. I was a little off with that. I guess the paper got bent. That's okay. We'll make it work. I'll go a little further over. Yeah, that'll be fine. Now what I can do is take the little bits that I've got here and try and collage them up to fill the gap. Oh, that needs to go that way. Spot on. Exactly what I was aiming for. And then I've got this tiny little bit here that can fill in that gap. See, this is what it's all about. Creative problem solving. Check that's right. No, it's not. You know what I need? Tweezers. Damn it. Even with tweezers, this is hard. Even with tweezers, this is impossible. Oh, it was this piece, that's why. That's why it's not working. Silly me. Okay, so that has to go there. What I'm gonna do. Stick it down now. So I don't forget. I've got like a little rogue bit there, but that's okay. Actually, no, it's not. It's gonna bug me. There. There. I've plugged the hole. Because that was really gonna annoy me. Like a tiny sliver of the cream paper peeking through. So then we want this little piece that I've got in my hand to go here. Maybe this way. We're getting there, folks. Look. Because of the texture of the paper, the washi paper, you can't really tell that there's multiple pieces overlapping on each other because they just sort of meld into one another, which is really neat. I'm going to be a little bit more bullish about this piece. I've just literally just ripped a piece off of it, but it had got a bit of fiber that was not forthcoming. But just going to put a big circle of glue there. And then build up. Oh, it needs to go this way. This would, in theory, be the last bit that we need. tiny little bit there. Okay. Need to get those pressed down anyway. There we go. Yeah, check that out. All it took was a little bit of thinking. Just need to glue that bit down. In fact, I'm actually just gonna prep the whole page. You know, it's weird not having Chibi Tan here. Kinda miss them. So used to having him around at this point. I thought as much. Well, thanks to all the interruptions, this is definitely taking longer than I expected it would, but that's okay. I'm having a nice time. Hope you all are too. Hope this is a nice chill thing for you to just relax with on your Saturday, especially considering how hot it's been. I think we could all do with a nice sedate activity. Shush! Thank you. I know, Nikki, I know. You're being a very good boy. Hi, Slow! Bye, Slow. Just gonna trim the excess off of the bottom of the pages. Nikki. I know he didn't come and say hello to you, but don't make it my problem, buddy. I know. I know. He's so moody today. Oh, it's time for us to have a break. So now is a great time, everyone, to grab a drink, grab a snack, have a stretch, get some fresh air, all that good stuff. And I will see you in 3 minutes after the break.
Yes, lick the boot. Lick the boot. Lick it harder. Do your thing. Tim's? Tim's. The door! I have opened it for you. No, don't clamour at me. Go and get the egg. Tim's, egg, seek. Tim's, please, work with me here. I'm gonna rub my watering eye whilst I... Oh no. Do not rub your eye during the speedrun.
This one, on the other hand.
A bit too handsy. Oh. Oh, jeez.
Off we go. I do love when I stand up and he's just there, looming.
Yeah, just politely waiting his turn in back. Mr. X likes to watch.
Oh, what's that?
He's only a little excited, can you tell? What's that you said, right? You mean the big door?
No, Dan. Look at the body.
I was going to.
Look at
Sticking
it.
with you.
Perceive it.
What body? I don't see a body.
Perceive me.
You are. And now nobody can see anything but your butt. Nobody wants to see your butt. They want to see your beautiful little face. Which they still can't see because you're too short. Oh, baby. No, no kisses. Ah, he licked my nose. The tail wags. Yeah, he is very much my dog. Like, he likes Slow, my partner, but fucking loves me.
We'll just have a quick jog over here. Oh, too far. No. Oh, shit! I'm so sorry! Oh, I accidentally punched a gnome to death. I'm gonna give you a proper burial. In the appropriate place. I am so sorry. Oh. Welcome back from the break, everybody. I hope you're all feeling refreshed. Just find a nice tree to bury the... Ow! Miley has just, like, shaken herself after doing a big scratch right behind me and whipped my ass with her ears. Ow! Hello, Miley. Okay. Right. So, it's taken us 2 hours, but we've got the backgrounds on the pages. So now we actually just have to get the information onto the pages. In some cases, again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find in amongst all of my trappings that I have pulled out of the box and then not put away. I'm going to find my stencil bag and I'm going to stencil the outlines for the boxes onto my nice paper. And mine as well. I've not used these little stamps yet that my mum got me. We've got little birds on them. I might use those today. It's fun to use different things. There's my alphabet stencils. Here we go, box stencils. Easy peasy. Found them straight away. Do I have any other stencils that I might find useful for this? There's another box stencil and some different shapes and sizes there. That's box stencils. That's also got boxes. That's got boxes. That's got a box. That's got, like, icons. They're not strictly useful right now. Speech bubble. More boxes. I have so many box stencils. This all came as one set for the record. Oh, look, a little snail! Cute. Some borders. Nice borders on that. More nice borders. $88. I mean, obviously that's so that you can do any digital numbers you want, but I like to think that the creators of these stencils were just really into Back to the Future. Okay. So. I think for our darker side, lighter paper is going to be better. Just trying to decide which box is the best box to use for this. Because I need one that's going to be spacious enough for me to write in. Keep those two out. Keep that one out. I'm going to put the rounded edges one away. Right. I think this one. What am I actually going to do as well? Because it's square rather than rounded edges. Going to utilize the shape of the paper to my advantage. So I only have to cut 2 lines instead of 4. Okay. And no, definitely not on the white side. Okay. So where's my commonplace book gone? Okay. So we want a mini review. I think this is going to be better for the wins. And then the mini review. Probably want one of the tall ones. Which I actually can't do on this paper. Because too small. I don't think I have any paper that I could do the bigger box on. Other than my shiny new amethyst paper, but I don't want to use all of that up on one day. I want to eke it out over a period of weeks. I can go for the next biggest one though. What I could do actually is actually just draw that straight onto the paper. It won't look as good, I don't think, but it's an option. Or will they both fit? They will both fit. Okay. So what I could do is that's not perfectly square, but oh well. Then I think we don't want too much space. We want to be able to see the backdrop. I think out there. Or we could do it that way. Yeah, we'll do it this way. And then have them a little offset from each other. That works. We've got 2 of our little boxes. And then we just need like space for the media reviews underneath that. So let's get these into place. Why are these glue caps so hard to remove? It's supposed to be family friend. Oh no, I ripped it. Oh well. Fuck it, we'll do it live. It's torn, but that doesn't make it unuseful. It still has purpose. It can still be used for the function it was originally intended for. And actually the tear isn't that visible because of the pattern of the paper. I spent all that time trying to fill in that gap, and then I've covered it anyway. Ah well. Part of the process. Let's go for the nice gold one. Is that gold? No, that's not gold. Not gold. Right. So, did I put it away? I did not put it away. It's here. Right. First things first. Oh, guys, shush. Oh dear. They're so moody today. Sorry about that, folks. I've forgotten when this week started again. My memory is so bad. The 5th. We're doing our weeks Sunday through Saturday. And it is the 11th today. There we go. Need that to dry out because I can see from the sheen on the paper that it's a little damp. But the plan, such that it is to very carefully follow the outline of the black ink with my gold pen. Nikki, shush. Shush, Mr. Moody. He sounds so hard done by, doesn't he? What he's doing right now is he's sat next to me, staring at me, making that strange mooing noise. There's nothing wrong with him. He's got water. Miley's here. But he's mooing at me because I am focusing on something that isn't him. A little attention seeker. And after I let him stay up late last night. No thanks. It's the wind, you cowards! It is Slow's blinds being buffeted by the wind. I know. Shush. Nicky, stop moving at me. Buddy. Oh. I'm not a climbing frame, fella. I'm not. It's typical that he would decide to start harassing me when I'm doing the thing that requires the most focus of me to get right. There we go. Done. I know that's impossible to actually read that on stream now because of the light hitting the metallic, but it is legible. I promise. I am going to have to go over it with a fine black marker to make it super readable at some point, but that's for later. That's for off stream. We've done enough with the date for now. Okay. So now I want feel very stable. I don't know if anybody else does this, but when I'm writing in all caps and I'm writing an E and it's the second E that I've written in a word or in a sentence, my brain always defaults to making it a lowercase, and I have to try and stop myself from doing a lowercase E halfway through an all caps thing. There's my week in review. my wins and deeds. And then I don't think I have any more of that specific type of paper. Like that specific pattern. I think that was the last piece. Oh, this is the last piece, I should say. But I can put these two pieces together to do what I need. Okay. So instead of gluing them together on the page, what I'm going to do is tape them together at the back. So then I can trim them down the other axis if I need to. And they're still nicely aligned. Silly as that may sound. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. What I am going to have to do at some point is get some washi stickers on this page so that it's not quite so flat. I say having piled up all sorts of different paper. But I know what I mean in my head. Need to figure out what I want to do about yeah, there. If I want a photo sticker on this page as well. There we go. So we've got my week in review, wins and deeds, and this week's media. So that's everything for the week just gone. And I am actually just going to get on with this page before we go on to setting up this page. So let's get my not green screened pen. Actually, do we want the phantom pen for this? I kind of want the phantom pen for this just because it's fun. Fuck it, phantom pen. I love that. So we're going to get the commonplace book back. I have a lot of wins and deeds, so I'm not going to put them all in my wins and deeds. That's just going to be for like the top ones. So instead of having separate ones for all the cancelled subscriptions, I'm going to say cancelled old subscriptions. Uh, Learned a new skill. And then in brackets, iced tea. And paper pockets. Improved Discord. Oh yeah, one thing that I've not mentioned that's in my list of wins is that I've added plural kit to Discord. I did post about it in the news channel, but it's something I've been meaning to do for ages. There's a bunch of little things that on Friday I was just like, I'm too tired to work, so I'm going to do some of the things that I have been meaning to do with Discord for months and months and months, and I just got them out of the way while I was in a meeting. And I worked towards my monthly. Worked towards July health goals. You can see why I put the pale paper down to write on, can't you? This would have never shown up on the purple paper. The dark purple paper, I mean. I think next time I will just go for like rounded edges, because I think it looks a little stark, but that's okay. Or I'll just tear the corners. I also educated colleagues on their rights and bees. Not at the same time. And helped a friend's mum. Beautiful. Oh, they're getting excited because Slow has just moved out into the hallway downstairs, which means he's likely coming upstairs, and they really want to say hello to him. So for my week in review, I actually probably don't need as much space as I've given this. My week in review, I think I want to say it has been a hard week. So I had to contend with difficulties at work. Extreme heat. And its effects on my arthritis. nonetheless. I journaled. Streamed. Made. Healthy food choices. And did my first comm slot. On Struggler. So I am happy with how the week went. I think that's a reasonable summary of my week. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Nikki! He'll come and say hello to you when he's good and ready. There's no point in having a tantrum about it. He's not said hello to me yet. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things to do media reviews for. I've not got a lot of space to do it in, but I think I can manage it. I need my list. Yeah, so I can see it. Oh, Nikki! You're such a diva! Okay. For this, I am going to use the next smallest pen I have. So, oh, that's going to need gluing back down. There's not actually that much difference between this one and the next one down. So my first bit of media that I finished this week is The Legend of Vox Machina Season 4. I don't know if anyone in chat has been keeping up with Vox Machina. The animated series, I mean. I'm gonna have to deal with this now because it's bugging me. Okay. I have never really kept up with the original YouTube series, the RP sessions. So stuff that happened in season 4 came as quite a surprise to me. I really don't like. Oh gosh, what's his name? Tarry? Darry? I can't remember his name. The new guy. I don't like him. I know you're not technically supposed to like him. You're supposed to find him annoying, and I do find him annoying, so, it worked. But yeah. I desperately wanted Scanlan back. I watched the whole season in a single day, so. I ended up doing a bit of research into why Scanlan wasn't in the party and why this other guy had replaced him. When it was clear that Scanlan wasn't coming back to the party. And I found out that it was because the guy who played Scanlan in the RP had to step away from the table whilst he was having treatment for throat cancer. And couldn't voice, couldn't do the singing and stuff like that anymore. But he also didn't want to drag the party down with Scanlan's story arc because it was going in a really quite bleak direction, and he didn't want to make everything like miserable and all about him all the time. So he swapped to a different character, and it also gave him the opportunity to try new new character archetypes and stuff, which is neat. Seems like he's a really conscientious player, but as a result of all of that, it ended up being that he didn't voice the new character that he would have been in the series, and Scanlan didn't properly come back. He does make an appearance in the series, though, which made me very happy because I like Scanlan. It ended on a cliffhanger, though, so I don't know if there's going to be another season. I'm going to use my little gold pen to give things a rating out of 5. I think season 4 of Vox Machina is definitely a 4. Not a 5. It's a 4. Next on my list is Hellmart. Hellmart is a video game. I played the demo during a Next Fest back in January and was not expecting to enjoy it because it's one of those games where it's basically a chore simulator, but it's a chore simulator with elements of Five Nights at Freddy's and like base defense elements as well. And I was not expecting to enjoy the demo, but I got to the end of the demo and was like, oh, is that it? I was hoping there would be more. I've really, really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed my time with it as a full-blown game as well. I think the storytelling in it is really fun. It very clearly telegraphs, if you're paying attention, how you are supposed to get the 3 different endings that are available. And it even makes it clear that there are 3 endings, which is very nice of it. I think it leans into its aesthetic, and which is kind of an aesthetic of limitations. And I love that. I also love the fact that every single product that you put on the shelves in the shop is either a pun or it's a horror movie or horror character reference. Like, the potato chips that are stocked in your shop have Pyramid Head on them, but his head is a Dorito, and they're called something like Triangle Face Chips. There is Evil Clown cereal that's got something that is absolutely supposed to be knockoff Pennywise. But my absolute favorite one is you unlock Spam as an item that you can sell in the shop, and it says on the box Spam, and when you open the the box up, the actual name of the brand on the tin is Junk Email. And that had me in fucking stitches. I laughed at it so hard that I took a photograph of it. Like, I took a screenshot of it. It's got a couple of jump scares, which is a shame, but they are pretty well telegraphed, so you can just sort of, like, take your headphones off and look away from the screen if you need to for them. I do feel like one of them is super fucking unnecessary, but again, it's so well telegraphed that you can just sort of prepare yourself for it and ignore it. But other than that one jump scare, everything about it is just very well put together. Okay. I think... I think Helmart's another 4-star. I don't think it's quite 5-star material, mostly because of that jump scare. But I do think that giving it only 3 stars would be a disservice to it, considering how much of it I've played recently. Like, I'm actively going back to it to play it and try and get all of the achievements, so it can't be that bad. Next up is Resist Me by Color Theory. This is new single from Color Theory. Actually contains 4 tracks. Only one of them's brand new, the rest are previously released singles. But I really like Color Theory. He's very heavily inspired by groups like Depeche Mode, and just has really nice, kind of sad, but super chill vibes to all of his music. I'm gonna say nice, sad, oddly serene. Standard Color Theory. The only problem is that the song that stands out to me most from that single is not the title track. So unfortunately, that is going to have to be my first 3-star of this week's media. And I'm going to make a note of why. Oh, Nick! Give me a second, folks. Nick's been into my supply box and is ripping paper apart for me. Oh, buddy! I've not even looked at those papers yet. And you've got shoes here. You could have played with your shoes. Like, right next to the paper. Oh, man. are you being mean to me today? Go on. Oh, that's such a shame. Well, at least it wasn't the purple paper. Going to make, if folks pick black as a colour theme at any point, it's going to make that a little more difficult, so hopefully we won't have that for a while. I can get some more black paper in the intervening period. Oh, I hadn't finished writing what I was writing when Nick decided to be disruptive. There we go. And then the last thing on my list of media for this week is aesthetic deep dives. By Juno Moth. This is a series on YouTube. Okay, I can't put my star. Actually, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Juno Moth gets a 5-star. I'll explain why in a moment. So, Juno Moth has been doing this series of deep dives into different aesthetics, especially talking about their impact, social and cultural, and their origins. Really interesting one on Frutiger Aero, which is a vibe that I'm sure a lot of you are fairly familiar with. But it's been really informative, really interesting, and of course, because she's talking about aesthetics, it's also giving me a lot of ideas for the sort of looks that pages in my journal can have going forwards. But yeah, if you've not seen any of Juno Moth's aesthetic deep dives, I absolutely 100% recommend them. They're all really, really interesting. And what she does is she talks through the aesthetic whilst drawing a piece of art that is designed to sort of encapsulate that aesthetic. The clown core one was interesting. And I'm absolutely going to go back and watch them all again at some point. Okay. So that's the hard part done, I think. Because now we've just got the next week side of things to do. And I think for this one, because it's lighter paper, we don't really need the boxes. I might do boxes anyway, I don't know. I think I can probably get away with just using a thicker pen. I could probably get away with just using this pen on everything except for that paper. I'm gonna see if I can wake Chibi Tan up yet. Probably not. No, it looks like the site's still down. Okay. Oh, I put my. Oh, Chibi's alive. Chibi's alive. Kalukale. Guess the site is back up now. Hello, Miley. Yeah, you can come back in. You didn't rip my paper apart. Come on, then. I'll open the door for you, madam. Did it again. Oh, hello, Nick the Destroyer. So I'm not even going to bother being fancy about the writing now. We're just going to get this done. No, we want... That's the 3. That's the 1. There's the 2. Okay, so... Yeah. I'm going to do these in a slightly different order to how I did them in my plan, and I'm going to get a template out. Actually, we'll use the little square one. So what I'm going to do is with... Not that one. Okie dokie, hands. You take care. Chibi's finally greeting you. I'm glad that Chibi Tan is working again, though. I'm sassing them, but I'm glad they're back. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Actually, where's my rounded boxes? Because I already said once that I didn't like how sharp the edges were on... Where's the rounded box one? Ah, here. Got it. Found it! There we go. Godzilla away. Take care, Hans. Thank you for hanging out. Oh. Okay, that's 2 boxes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have another one here, like this. Be interesting to see how this goes. Because obviously I'm using this ink on 2 different kinds of paper here. Yeah, there's a little bit of bleed on the washi paper. It's fine. You're in my bad books, Nicholas. I'm not going to let you knit any of my hobbying supplies now. Oops. Oh no. That one went a bit wonky at the end. And at the start. That's fine. Oh yeah. Got my boxes done. I might go over them with gold. I don't know. I'm not going to right now, though. Whatever I do. Oh, that's the big one. Don't want the big one. Okay. So. This will be my events one. This will be my goals. And then stop. Stop. Get your nose out of that box, Nicholas. You are not allowed in there. Keep. Drop. Less. More. I realise that start and stop and keep and drop are basically the same thing, but I'll figure out a way to make that work and then won't do it next time. Appreciation. And that's all my boxes labelled up for the plan for next week. So now what I need to do is figure out what I'm putting in there. No, I don't want those. I want the ghost pen. So what do we want to... Okay, so events-wise, I've got escape room. I think I've got some weird sugar stuff next week. Let me have a look. Not that one, it's this one. We've got the paint. I'm not involved in that one. Okay, so I guess there's actually nothing that I'm involved in for this week on Struggle R, which is fine by me. Trying to find the big calendar image that Garlips did, but I can't find it. No, it's not there. Hmm. I swear there was a... Oh well. Cannot find it. But looking at the list in the scheduled races, I'm not involved in the RNG gauntlet. I'm not involved in the paint rando. Next thing I think I'm involved in is the ring shuffler. I think I'm involved in that. I best be involved in that. I'll be upset if I'm not. Yes, I am involved in the ring shuffler, but that's not till the 26th. Which is a week on Sunday. Not tomorrow, not a week tomorrow, but a week the Sunday after. But yeah. No wheeler struggle. We've got Garlip's birthday. No worries, Mum. You take care. Thank you for hanging out. My goals. So I'm going to leave events because I think we've got all the events that are actually happening next week. Goals. I've started going back on my healthy eating plan, so my goal for next week is to stay on plan. I also want to finish one character archetype. For Digital Circus Stories. Because that's one less to do. Do I want to do anything else? Let's have a look at what my goals were. Oh yeah. Hobby Happy Hour. At least one of those in. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for goals. I think 3 goals for a week is more than enough. What do we want to stop and start? I'm actually going to leave the rest, the stop, start, keep, drop, less, more for off stream and do that later. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put some appreciation in while I'm on stream so you all get to hear it. So my appreciations for this week are Garlips, who has put together basically everything for Struggle R, coordinated everything, is running in a bunch of the races, and yesterday coerced the admin team of the Wheeler Struggle Twitch into making me a moderator. Garlips always backs me. And he always includes me. And that's really nice. And I really do appreciate it. So that's something that I want to call out and remind myself of in future. I also... What the fuck? What did you do, Miley? Miley just managed to hurt herself chewing a toy. Silly girl. Yeah, I want to call out. I want to appreciate DMAC this week. Because he's looked after my team while I've been off. And he always supports me. Like, we know that anyway, but it's good to call it out. Yeah. I don't know what I want to stop and start and keep and drop and do less of and do more of at the moment. But I'll have a think about it and then I'll fill those in. We didn't get to use the sticker printer on stream today, but I think just getting the check-in done was a really good start because that's the first check-in. And they'll get easier and quicker to do as I have more practice at doing them and iterate on the design and figure out what really works and what doesn't. But I think this went surprisingly well once we got past the paper issues. Yeah. So thank you everybody for journaling with me. I know it's been a bit of a weird one, partially because Chibi Tan was broken and partially because well, never done anything like this before. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. I don't have access to my keyboard right now, so I'm just... Did that work? Oh, no, that's not the wheel that we want it to be. I thought that was my command for the wheel of struggle, because I don't have access to my keyboard at the moment. But obviously I do not have a thing for the wheel. But yes, there is a Paint.js solo Archie race going on tonight over on the Wheel of Struggle channel. I already posted about it in the Discord, so by all means, just check the scheduling channel in the Discord and you'll see the info you need there. And that's going to be in a few hours, if I'm not mistaken. I think it starts at 7 p.m. my time. And it's now 4:30 my time, so... Who's live that I can send you over to? Oh, it's super quiet today. Heck. Let's go see Cass. Cass is doing some Final Fantasy X speedruns. It's bound to be speedruns. Cass is lovely. He's super chill. Really lovely community. Just all-round good bean. Well worth a follow. Yeah. I don't know when I'll be live next. I'm hoping to be live tomorrow, actually. And I don't think there's going to be anything getting in the way of that. So hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. But until I do see you next, I want you lovely folks to take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking hands and have a great rest of your weekend, however you're spending it. But I do hope to see you over on the Wheel of Struggle later today. Yeah. Take care and say hi to Cass for me. Bye-bye.
Hello.